It's odd that you're drawing that. It has a very strong meaning.
Meaning? Would you like me to give you a reason for the pentagram?
Yes, please, hit me.
It's a kind of deep spiritual thing.
Go ahead.
All action generates a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be ready to deal with the consequences of your own acts without ever blaming anybody than yourself.
Do you really believe this? This is a very complex thing, beautiful. As a private detective, I never understood how a reaction can come just out of the blue, while an action, even the well-intended ones, are often tracked by people's indifference. I just don't get it.
Well, I'm not naive. I'm not. I majored in people's indifference.
Not naive, you're a beautiful, voluptuous female with the face of an angel. Well, I'm a walking midlife crisis. So, no matter how hard you try, you will never get my indifference.
Tonight, maybe not. You're paying, aren't you?
But somehow I don't really think you are interested in money. You have this ribbon around your forehead which says, "Screw the perfect society." No, I like that.
What?
Seriously.
You think you know so much? And I'm what? I'm this stupid girl eager to be in the experienced arms of an older man, huh? You know what? If I were you, I would wash that smirk off your face right now because I can cancel this appointment like that.
Hey. Come on, I didn't mean to offend you.
Yeah,
Appointments? Is that what we're having here?
whatever.
Hey, show some respect, okay? There's money involved, remember? Jesus Christ. Of course they had to send me a Danish girl with such a temper.
Yeah, well then send me home.
Perfect. Perfect, just the way I needed to end my night.
You know what? I'm leaving.
The unwritten moral rules of the Scandinavian Jantelov are mostly a variation of "don't think you're anyone special" or that you're better than us.
Og smiler fager den danske kyst, og breder favnen og sol kan bølge, og sommerskyer og skib med lyst står sundet ind i hinandens følge, og Kronborg luder ved Sjællands port mod hvide skuder, hvor lyst var stort. Mod søen stundede for sjæl til for. Men bølgen brød mig en røst derude, som vindens rislen i Danmarks kor. Der vendte mange på ny sin skude. Den grønne ejer på Sjællands bryst og smiler fager den danske kyst. Den danske mark i en bølgen går, som åndedræt af en venlig kvinde. Sødt gynger bygget sit silkehår, og ruen under med sol i sinde. Og vinden iler til vedens bryst, og fager smiler den danske kyst. Der driver høduft med krydret vind, igennem engene når sig slynge, og lærken ringer skal sommer ind, mens vilde blomster ved grøften gynger. Gravhøje kroner det grønne land, hvor skønt fortoner sig sol og strand. Alvorligt tale ved alfarvej, med grønsvært tækker det gamle skrave. En farne slægter, forglem dem ej. I afdikæv dig en ædelgæve. En farne slægter i landets mag, så jeg fornægter bevar dig af. Lad hånden former af håndens spor, med flint har oldbunden tømret krige. Der spån du finder i Danmarks jord, er sjæl af dem, der har bygget riget. Vel skal du fatte dit væsens råd, skøn på de skatte, de efterlod. Men du der søgte mod fremmed strand, de gamle ligesom mod søen stunde. Hver gang du genser det gamle land, skal sande her blev dit hjerte bundet til dybe minder og gammellagt. Og milde kvinder, hvor har de magt?
You are so fucking stupid.
How many times must a man die before starting to live? Up to this point, Hamza has no decisive clue. He knows, however, that he has died many a time.
Take it easy, pig.
The first occasion he's totally sure about happened when he'd been pulled out from the womb with brutal violence. The crime scene, a small maternity ward in the city of Helsingør, north of the Zealand island in the Kingdom of Denmark. Surrounded by such a beautiful sight, it is a bit odd that Hamza had a sort of baffling childhood. A certain William Shakespeare, born in the year of 1564, helps though to shed the first light on Hamza's precocious suffering. There's no clear evidence that the playwright at any point had set foot in Helsingør, nor that the author himself had walked through the innumerable and intriguing secret paths of the Kronborg castle. The fact people have known for centuries is that Shakespeare immortalized Kronborg by making it a location for the tragedy of the young Prince Hamlet. Raised in this deep literary atmosphere, how could one be surprised if the little Hamsalet, his name being an obvious homage to the hero, was plunged into the idea that he himself was Hamlet?
Are you having a good feeling about tonight? Financing is your job. We decided a long time ago that you were supposed to make sure that the company's accounts were healthy. When we did great, you immediately upgraded your lifestyle and bought a fancy house in some bourgeois area up north and a brand new BMW. I'm not stupid, Niels. The bankers are not after our company, but they want your neck.
But what financing miracle can be done when you haven't solved a single case in a whole year?
I know the times have been bad, but our company has survived for 12 years and it will survive until tomorrow.
It won't.
Calm down, Niels. Maybe I haven't dedicated myself enough, but I've been through a rough time in these past
Month, in these past 12 months. And your present crisis has a name, hasn't it? As it always have. We could call it Anna Jensen. Or is she already Anna Sonsen by now?
crap. Don't talk about stuff you haven't got a fucking clue about.
Or shouldn't I say anything? Because I know too much about it.
Drop it. This is not going to happen. At least not tonight. If the undesirable honor of your visit is to step in my private affairs, I beg you to leave. Actually, I'm quite offended that you have chosen to show up on the very evening of Anna's wedding.
Anna, of course.
Anyway, I've had enough of this conversation, and now you go.
I'll leave. But I want you to know that I won't, in any circumstance, lose my money because of you.
Method, discipline on one side, intuition on the other. But you always chose to work against me.
You're quite an attractive target with those fancies of yours. I'll be back tomorrow with the decisive way out of this business.
Hamsalet always thought literary masterpieces to be made by both the hands of God and the hands of the devil. In other words, only a close study of characters from both a devilishly cruel investigation and a benevolent attitude can yield relevant clues to an understanding of the text as a whole. In so doing, all his investigatory existence could be summarized in the quandary that tormented the young Danish prince. The total devotion and engagement to separate the being from the seeming, or in the character's words, to be or not to be. While secretly believing that one day, something unusual, mysterious, or even supernatural, just like the appearance of King Hamlet's ghost, would happen to him.
Hans, it's your mother. I know you must be in the house somewhere.
Look, son. I know you must be very sad. Depressed a little, though you are very tough not to show it. I seldom give you advice. That isn't exactly true, but nevertheless, I go straight to the point. Don't go to the wedding. It's better that way. You have nothing to prove. Get a good book instead and read it. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye-bye, dear.
Life was indeed the character's enigma. By examining real personages and not fictitious ones, Hamsa finally understood that the only possible miracle for him was his own survival.
Som sørger rør af en brise kornet, nær kysten står under månehornet. Og bål som tændes, brundes og barn, et budskab bringer fra strand til strand. Sent høres fugle, som ej vil sove, det kan sove den hvide nat, for der vågen drømmes, bedåre mange mod skorven strømmes. Og ungersvenden for små sin seng, før sol står op over dugvåd eng. Skær sommerbreder sin blomsterhønne med alle urter og åretønne, og glade drukkent der fejrer sommer i skovens jubel og dunker trommer. Og når raketter og blus er brændt og asken kold, der er solen vendt.
Pig, where are you, boy?
At sommer kommer og sommerland, så tit bliver.
Ah, and a good night is what I'm going to get, right? Yes, please. I want the best, of course. It's the least you can provide to compensate me on this cold night. Beautiful. What's that, some kind of a joke? Oh, no. I mean, the name could be less commercial. How much is she? That much? She better be good. Extremely good. I mean, I want to buy pleasure, but that price is putting a huge pressure on your friend Beautiful. No. What's up with all your people tonight? Yes, I had a little to drink, but I'm fine. No, I mean, psychological pressure on a performance. You know, it might affect me as well. I'm getting old. Yes, we have a deal. Mortensen Street, number 35. Orange and pineapples. Well, kind of stupid, but you tell me.
Lad det fordøbe din andagtruder. Dit timeglas er i takt med kloder. Dit sommerblus, som kun stakket blænder, er ild af altet, der aldrig ender. Se skoven står igen i flor. Velsign din sol og velsign din
Anna, what are you doing here?
Don't talk. Just sit down and listen. Where do you think you're going, Hamsley? You are so unstable and arrogant. Almost 2 years have passed and you still haven't recovered. I feel enormous pity for you. Not pity. I feel hatred. A lot of hatred. How could you do this to me and to Robert in front of your own mother? You should be ashamed of yourself, but of course you aren't, because you're too selfish and arrogant for that.
Anna, lower your voice, please. The neighbors.
Neighbors! To hell with your neighbors! You didn't worry about my guests, my party, my joy, my marriage. And now you want me to shut the fuck up, to care about your fucking neighbors. You know, they probably hate you more than I do.
Okay, so I fucked up your marriage. No, not your marriage, your wedding. The rest is up to you. For now, I am out of your life.
Tell me, do I have to take this kind of shit from you? Get real. Things aren't that simple. You need to clean up the mess you made tonight. Start by asking forgiveness from my family for all that nonsense and scandal. And not just for tonight. There's a long list of things you need forgiveness for. If you had to choose, you'd rather still be inside your mother's womb, wouldn't you?
Maybe I had too much to drink. That's true. But I had good reason.
Go on, Hams. Give me back my dignity, and then I'll certainly leave you in peace for good.
Maybe I'll just disappear, disintegrate, kill myself. Then you will all be free from this devilish influence I exert on the society you care so much about.
I care about her, but of course it's just a detail for you.
It's settled. I'll call your parents right away. And by the way, I would also like to speak to your fiancé.
Husband.
Whatever. I'll talk to your folks and Robert and tell them how bad and evil I am, which they already know and can actually be quite boring.
They don't give a shit what Hamlet has to say. Let's face it, Anna, this is all about your pride. This whole scene, it's all about you.
You're a fucking lunatic, you know that? And worse, you're drunk.
Yeah, but maybe it turns you on. Otherwise, you would rather be home under the sheets with your husband. I mean, fuck, Anna. This is your wedding night. Is this really what you want? Let's make it easier then. Take off your clothes.
Oh no, I didn't expect this. Anna, what are you doing here?
Yes, Anna. What are you doing here?
I left the party at once and came directly here. Anna, please calm down.
I won't stay long, Margrethe. I just stopped by to tell this man that there's no forgiveness for what he's done. No consideration left whatsoever.
I understand you, my child. But now you have to consider yourself. Please, Anna, calm down. Would you like a cup of tea before you leave? It'll just take a few minutes. Please sit down.
To think that I dedicated 6 years of my life to this fraud? This self-centered human being. And his conceitedness, Margrethe, is actually the most threatening form of arrogance. He judges himself too kindly not to see that he is no better than any of us.
You both had your moments. Now it's over. Go on with your life and be happy.
He is a pathetic and worthless being. A fraud. Your son is a fraud. And this obsession about investigating people, what the fuck is that anyway? He's a failed detective. He waits for the world to adjust to his clues, not the other way around.
He loved you, my dear.
He doesn't love people, Margrethe. He analyzes them. And as soon as his curiosity is satisfied, he walks away.
He didn't walk away from you.
Can you please both stop talking about me like I'm not in the room?
Do society a favor, Hams. Investigate yourself. What do you say? Are you ready for that?
Tell her, Mother. Tell her what you told me.
Quiet, Amsa. Don't make it think worse.
An imbecile!
I told him. Forgive me. Hams knows that you were unfaithful to him long before you left him.
Who are you? Oh, yes, I know. Can you just, can you hold on for a second, okay?
pineapple with orange, something like
Yes,
that.
yes, I know. It's just. Can you please just hold on for a second, okay? No, actually, it's not okay. Can you maybe leave and come back later? It's beautiful, right? Beautiful. Mother, this is. It's.
Beautiful. They call me beautiful.
Oh, okay. What a beautiful, impressive name.
Mother, beautiful is a friend from school. Well, yeah, you know, obviously not my school, but she works at a school. Yeah, you know the little school right in front of our office.
Leave
remember?
it, son. I've got enough excitement for one evening. Do you know what? I'll go to the damn kitchen and prepare a nice and hot chamomile tea. If not, just for myself. But I have the impression we all need it. I'll be back in a moment. You will see how remarkable this chamomile tea is. It's digestive and relaxing. We all need a bit of dope now and then, if you excuse this old lady. Better when it's natural, of course. Come on, the two of you. Taste it.
Mother, I know what you're thinking. It's better to just.
Leave it, son. I won't repeat it. I'm not blind. And I know what you're up to. Then, my dear, this work of yours, is it as difficult as we believe? I understand there must be some specific skills. I know some plus a qualification.
Mother, can we please just drop the subject?
Oh, forgive me, Hams. It's just human curiosity. It intrigues me to know how such a pretty girl can get the right qualification to perform. I mean, to be a whore.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't want to put in these words. It's a job like any other, right? But I got the impression I already know you from somewhere. Your parents happen to be from Elsinore? At least, you're not a foreigner.
No, they are from Copenhagen, and so am I, so.
Ah.
But I can guarantee you that your son, he will receive exactly what he deserves. No more, no less. It's the law of the market.
Ah, I understand. The market's law. Oh, I'm not acquainted with that, so. Yeah. But I am very grateful, though. Son, Hamlet.
Please don't call me that. It was bad taste even when I was a boy.
Oh, I just wanted to say that beautiful seems to be an adorable girl, don't you think? But you know, I'm just this stupid woman who should just keep my mouth shut. Well, it has been a delightful conversation, and I really need to go. Good night, my dear.
Good night to you too, Mother.
Treat her kindly.
So, what do we do now? Should I start or you know the procedures?
As you wish.
Let's follow your script then.
I don't have a sex routine if that's what you want.
I know what that is. It's a pentagram.
Yeah. It shows us the 5 edges. It's the union of the different ones.
Oh, you really know about this. It's also a very old symbol, always associated with mystery and magic.
Exactly. So the witches use this as a recognition of their faith and to be recognized.
By who?
Well, among themselves.
It's like the seal of Solomon.
Are you into religious stuff?
I'm Jewish.
Ah, okay.
Well, my mother is Jewish, so that makes me a Jew, right?
Yeah, perhaps. But tell me, what has made me a witch?
Witch? A whole witch? Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry, that was stupid. Please, tell me more about this pentagram.
God, you're a jerk, you know that. You don't need to search beyond the pentagram. You have everything here. In fact, I'm a Wiccan.
Wiccan?
Yeah. Look, each one of these edges has a deep meaning. You have the spirit, the earth, the air, the fire, and the water.
Oh, I see the 5 edges.
Yes, exactly. So it's all here. This is all about us.
Do you see us in there? You know, I'm also interested in esoteric things. It helps my intuition. So let me see if I got this right. So, the spirit represents the creative gods. They guide us through our lives and through the rituals and magical work, if you're into that sort of stuff. The earth represents the elementary powers. The air, the intelligence. The fire, the energy, meaning changes and mutation. And water, our emotions.
Exactly. It's the man, right? Mm-hmm. Surrounded by the full moon, which is a circle. And the circle, it's our goddess. It's our protector. But then it's not enough just to know it.
No, definitely not. I've heard that you have to have domain over the elements, but I mean, you're a witch, you have that.
I think I know the fire sort of well. That's me, actually.
Impressive, girl. Especially from not what you expected from an escort service. I'm sorry, it's just that you're very interesting. So now, that's what you are. A mutational energy.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, beautiful. Then perhaps you can help me clear up something very odd that happened in this room just a few hours ago.
What? Yeah, I'm here already. You have to be patient, okay? I can't talk right now. Yeah, well, things are fucking up. Are you feeling better?
Yes.
Good.
Thanks. Much better, actually. No matter how good your whiskey is, it always turns sour in your stomach when you mix it with other people's anguish. And I had plenty tonight. Anguish, I mean.
Before, you were saying something about a strange thing in this room?
Just forget it. I'll figure it out myself.
Okay.
You got a pretty face. Do you mind me telling you that? Plus, you remind me of someone.
But you don't have any idea, do you?
No, not really. It's just you behaving like that. I think I'm particularly sensitive tonight.
What's your point?
Point? I don't know if I have a point. Okay. See the pentagram? Just rip it off. It's worthless. It's all about the sameness that we live in. This union of the equals. I mean, you, me, Queen. There's no union of the different ones. Did I screw with your pentagram now?
Can I have a cigarette?
Yes. The pipe of peace?
You don't fit in anywhere, do you? You're not here.
But where do you fit in? I mean, well, maybe it's because I'm Jewish and not so much into this Lithuanian shit. You know, Anna, the classic chick you met on your way out, she just called me stupid and arrogant. I say, fuck her. I don't need her to validate myself. And fuck you too, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, look straight in the eyes of these people that you sell sexual relief and tell them that you're unequal.
Fuck you.
Don't you think that you're also standing out of the crowd? I mean, with this look of a wealthy prostitute? Oh, I see. You are an attention-starved little girl. Maybe that's why people love the American culture so much. The Americans, they divide the world into winners and losers. That may be cruel, but we can't blame the Americans for being insincere. Fuck. I mean, why can't we just be ourselves? Why do we need confirmation from them? You can only be a decent human being if you get confirmation, beautiful. Look, I'm sorry. It's just that you seem so strong. Please don't cry. This talk is taking us nowhere. Anyway, we're not here for this crap, so... Tell me, how old are you? 20? 19, maybe?
You're a dangerous, dangerous man.
What do you mean? I'm no angel, though.
You're a bastard.
Oh, yeah? I'm a lost case, if that's what you mean. But to hell with that. I'm fire as well. We are the transforming elements. Come on. To contrast and unbalance.
You had a good night, huh?
Good morning to you too, Nils.
I made up my mind about our business.
Good for you. You want coffee? Scrambled eggs?
No. Let's go now.
Oh my god. What the fuck happened here? Shit. Okay. Okay, Niels, we've got to get this girl to the hospital.
Who is this woman?
Fuck that, hurry up!
No, there's no need to hurry that much. This girl is already dead. Fuck. You know, she died a long time ago.
That can't be.
It is. She's deceased. She's very dead. You can come on, you know. You can check it out for yourself.
Oh, no. You know, I can't touch her. I panic.
What's the story? Who is this?
Are you sure she's dead?
Are you gonna tell me?
Well, she's a hooker, a prostitute. I hired her last night. Very late last night, actually.
This is
Beautiful. Well, at least that was her nickname, you know. I dealt directly with a pimp. I called an agency and an escort service. I must have the number somewhere.
No. This is Jenny. Jenny Sorensen.
What?
Yeah, I didn't ask her name. I was going to tell you. Her name is Jenny.
You know her?
I know her. You should know her even better.
Just wait a minute, okay? Oh, what an idiot! I'm such an idiot. Of course, that's her.
How come you didn't recognize her?
Well, you know, I called an escort service. I was drunk. She was wearing this red wig, and I mean, the last time I saw her, she was a teenager. Definitely not equipped with this woman's body. Damn, she was gorgeous.
She was quite healthy too. You know, this girl was totally insane when she came to our office. It was 3 years ago or something like that. She had a summer job. Anna recommended her, you know. Instantly, she developed this crazy fixation on you. Anna found dozens of letters, you know. I don't know if you ever read them. But in the end, we had to tell her not to set foot in the office again.
She was so skinny, though. I mean, almost no breasts, you know. I never forget breasts. Oh, my God.
What?
Anna saw her last night. I think she recognized her.
What? You tell me that Anna was here on the very night of her own wedding?
I know it's weird, but she was. So was my mother.
Fuck, this isn't going too well. Are you sure Anna recognized her?
Now? Quite sure. I mean, she had a long look at her. I thought she was jealous.
Of course. Jenny is Robert's sister. Therefore, she is now officially Anna's little sister-in-law.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
Oh, she was, because now she's dead.
Hey, don't talk like that. Show some respect. Okay? Okay. So, what are we going to do now?
No, what are you going to do? This situation isn't really easy, you know. It's like calling the police under these circumstances are quite complicated, you know. It's a hard story to sell. The little sister-in-law of your former fiancé found dead in your house on the very next morning of Anna's wedding, with bruises all over her body and around her neck, and plus there's a clear overdose of your medications.
Jesus. Okay, I mean, fuck. The bruises can't be that bad. I mean, she's so damn white-skinned. Can't you see? Of course, I had to make this big scandal at Anna's wedding. I mean, 2 cops, they threw me out on the street after taking my name. That's it. I'm screwed. That's it.
What's the story with these bruises?
I drank too much to do crazy stuff, but I mean, not to the point of killing someone. I don't remember the details. I guess we had wild, hot, steaming sex, bondage shit, okay? But she wanted it. Tie me up, spank me around, this sort of thing, call me a whore, which was totally unnecessary. I thought so at the time, at least. So.
Spank me up, that sort of thing?
The girl was wild. We had the esoteric talks about witchcraft. What a shame. I mean, it's such a waste. I could easily be in love with that girl.
In love? That's very ironic. To fall in love with somebody who just kills herself because he didn't get your love years ago. That's so very ham-slit. You're never gonna change. You're only saying this because she's dead.
I just don't get it. Why will she come back after all those years? I mean, was she really a prostitute sent at random to my house? A tragic coincidence which made her, out of the blue, rediscover all the suffering she experienced 3 years ago because of me?
Out of the blue has got nothing to do with it. She's paranoid. Come on, admit it. You used her, you took away her innocence, and you dumped her. A normal girl would have killed you. A paranoid girl would kill herself.
Hey, don't be so fucking dramatic.
Well, what's this then? I came here only to talk about the company, or even better, the closing of a company. Now I find that this firm is totally in ruins because of the connection to a tragic death of a young girl in your house. Just because my partner can't stand a little pain in his chest and has to play kinky to death with a beautiful young girl.
Hey, I didn't kill her. I have to read those damn letters and find out what happened here.
Okay, let's call the police then.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Who the fuck are you?
Just call me beautiful. Pineapple and lemon, something like that.
Holy shit. Don't come in now. It's too late, okay?
No, it's not okay. Don't boss on me. I've been hired for a service I really need to deliver. I want to get paid. And you wanted a lady, you got it? So here I am. Make my day.
Look, miss, it's really not my problem that you didn't show. Actually, it's a big problem. But I'm fine, I'm okay. Can you please leave?
Holy shit. Now I see the problem.
Who are you? Yes. This is beautiful. She's the one I really hired, or should have hired. Doesn't matter now. Things are... pretty bad, but at least we're clear on that one.
Why did you sleep with Jenny then?
Well, maybe you can explain that. I need to take my medicine.
He panics.
So her name was Jenny. And what about you? Are you a cop? Is she as dead as she seems?
Yeah, she's quite dead.
Hello? Wouldn't it be a bad idea if somebody called the police?
We were just about to take care of that, you know. We're private investigators. We just need to adjust a little few things before we call them, you know. Don't worry. Things are in very good hands here.
I see. Adjust a little few things? Like removing the proofs from the crime scene? Oh, Lord. This is not happening. I'm not witnessing this.
Shut the fuck up. You know nothing about what happened here, but you can help us finding out what happened before that girl went through that door.
Listen, guys. I'm shocked. She said she was this guy's girlfriend and that he wasn't behaving well or something like that. Anyway, she wanted to play a trick on him and she asked for my wig and said she would pay me 3,000 crowns afterwards. The money was double of what I would get to sleep with him. The only reason why I'm here is to do my job and get paid.
Listen, beautiful. I know that you're mad, but we have a very delicate situation here.
I'm not blind. You both have killed this poor girl and now you don't know what to do with the body.
You know, this is really not the issue here.
Do you want my opinion?
Definitely not. We appreciate your concern and your willingness to cooperate, you know, but we're the professionals.
I wanna puke thinking it could have been me spread in that armchair.
Don't be ridiculous.
Shut the fuck off, all of you. It was an accidental death. I won't repeat it.
I see. But she has as many spots as a leopard on her white skin.
That's your expertise. The two fruit coat? Your friend at the agency told me that that was including bondage, spanking, and a fair amount of sadism. Does that explain the leopard picture?
Okay, I know a two-fruit code can be very risky, especially in the hands of inexperienced customers. They should have told you that. Okay, boys. I can help you through this. I'm part of the team now. I need to get paid, though.
A team? No, wait a minute. There'll be no team here, not with me involved. You know, I was just about to leave. I see no threesome whatsoever.
Listen, I know that I lost my head a little. I have flashes of memories. Maybe I did exaggerate the sadism, but she wanted it. I guess so. I can't remember that well. It was this whole thing. It's just fucked up.
One thing I do know, she was no sweetheart of yours. Oh my God. You've really killed her, haven't you? I've had enough. I'm leaving.
Nobody is leaving this room until I know what happened last night.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Shit.
Jenny is Robert's sister.
I think I know the fire sort of one. That's me, actually.
It's all about the sameness that we live in.
This girl was totally insane when she came to our office.
That's not union of the different ones. Did I screw with your pentagram now?
Well, I'm not naive. I'm not.
I'll figure it out myself.
You're a dangerous, dangerous man.
Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I think I've experienced too much. Fuck. Since I arrived in this country, I've seen living people look very deceased, but I haven't seen a dead look so alive.
Listen, my partner is a totally insane person. You saw that for yourself. I don't care, but he's ruining my life, and I won't let that happen. If you keep your mouth shut, I'll give you a reward.
Don't boss on me, okay? So, is that your plan?
Of course it's not my plan. It's what's left of my plan. There should be no you, no Anna, no Margrethe. Fuck. If only Hams wasn't so fucking unpredictable.
How come you hate him that much? And you? Do you know exactly what you're here for? I see you don't need that much money, but you're still gonna need a heart beating inside your chest after you walk out that door.
Don't play the humanitarian.
You're pure greed, aren't you? But don't worry. I'm a prostitute, remember? And you can bet I'm okay with that. Yes, boy. I'm totally in. I've got a heart, but I've got needs.
Oh, I see that you're already much better. Please, forgive me. And now, where were we?
Well, the last time you were seen in this room, you were holding a gun in your hand.
Oh, yes, that's true. How could I forget?
Whatever we do, Hams, we have to do it fast. Well, I think I have an idea that might work.
Ah, you have?
We can't get rid of the victim's body. I mean the deceased. So instead, we'll get rid of the suspect.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Please let me explain. I will take Jenny's body and bring it to my house. And I'll keep it for a couple of days. And, you know, that will leave you enough time to get out of here or even out of the country. Then I'll bring it back, put her in here where all the evidence will be found and where she was seen last. Eventually, of course, the police will find her, but you'll be long gone by then. In other words, you know, Hams must disappear, vanish. Of course, the only one who will know about it is Margrethe, and apart from us three. Come on, Hams, admit it. You never really had a place here. This is a life chance to live a whole new life story.
Perfect. I can just trade my old life in for a new one. Niels, you really surprise me. Just don't worry too much about my fate. I'll find my own way out, thank you. It's not the money. Eventually, you would have gotten the company for yourself. No, it's the fact that as long as I'm around, you will still be a grimy reverse reflection in the mirror. You hate yourself. You can't stand that you want it to be me. You got detective skills, sure, but I've got the intuition that makes the difference. You want me out of the game, and that's it.
I see no game here. I see real life in real fucking jeopardy.
It's my life. Plus, I know that Anna's hatred of me will do your despicable soul so much good. What a shame. Did it ever occur to you that Anna might not seek consolation in your arms? Anna might hate me, true. But you will never inspire her that much.
You are such an arrogant snob.
Thank you. But I'll solve it in my own way.
Good for you. It's about time. You haven't solved one in a long time. And it's just a pity it won't give us any money.
No, it won't, but my course here is solely to investigate.
You know, it's a pity. We have to rely on my boring technical analysis and my empirical studies to provide you with shelter and a hot night now and then. You can fucking call me methodical, but I'll remind you, I am the money in your pockets.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Well, with all due respect, where were your precious gift last night?
That's right. I admit it. I killed her. I mixed too much alcohol with my medicine and surprise! I turned into a monster. Mr. Hyde took possession of me. Yeah, Dr. Jablel wasn't man enough to satisfy such a voluptuous woman. Come on, friends. I know you understand me. I had to ask a little help from my inhuman friend, and the result lies on this sofa.
Jerk.
As you see, nothing is exactly what it seems. You can lower the gun. It's finished.
Nothing is indeed as it seems. I examined the pentagram, remember? I paid closer attention this time. I know enough about mystical symbols to see that you didn't draw it in a, let's say, positive way. You drew it upside down, Jenny, which, you know, doesn't mean the high spiritual aspiration you wanted me to believe. Take a deep breath. You must be tired. You did well, girl. Unnecessary to remind a beautiful wannabe witch that the two edges of the pentagram looking up actually represents the symbol of the horny god. Do you know what the horny god is, beautiful? The horny god is at the same time both light and dark, the one who always dies and is always reborn. But the horny god is also the phallic god of fertility, which is an appropriate reference to the lust we shared last night.
If you know it that well, then what the fuck am I doing here?
You really want to know? Oh yes, I actually got to the point of telling why you've been so supportive in my disaster.
Fuck you.
I deserve your hatred. You were crazy about me. I could have easily manipulated you, petted you, and made the circumstances a hell less painful. Instead, I ignored your cry for help and disappeared out of your life although I was actually never in it. I left you alone in the hands of the devil to perform one of his most despicable acts. I didn't rescue you. But who could have saved you from your own homemade demons?
Stop.
Especially when your brother was to play the part of the devil.
Robert.
So, you'd only been in our office a short time. It's amazing that I can barely remember you there, but I seem to remember the few times your brother came to pick you up. Your emerging beauty didn't go unnoticed by your brother Robert. Jenny, why this sudden, desperate exhibition of love? Why all the letters? Was it really my love you wanted, or would a helping hand have done it?
Stop it! Stop it!
Imagine how difficult it must be for your moral soul to succumb to such a terrible temptation. I'm sorry, Jenny, but in the averted pentagram, the haunted god is also the incestuous god, the son and the lover of the supreme goddess. You can't forgive me, can you? But can you forgive yourself? I used her body, the same body I couldn't recognize a few years later. So, Niels, you see, I'm a sinner, just like you. We're actually quite alike. Is that what you were hoping for?
Hams? Are you here? Hams? Hey, pig. Go. Hey. Come, boy. How come you're still so adorable? Fuck it. Fuck it, Hams.
Hamza had always been regarded with suspicion and hostility for his deliberating attempts to distinguish himself from the crowd. But only one out of those rules is a dagger to his heart: the assumption that no one would care about him. Thus, lying on his own sidewalk, surrounded by deconstructed figures, his strong obsession towards Prince Hamlet was about to make an enormous sense to him. Living is seldom what it looks like, and it is, in fact, in the character's words, a slow death, a submission to fortune's power. However, coming from Anna's wedding party, and while embraced in the young and beautiful arms of Jenny, he was totally aware that, as had often happened, he would die once more.
Og smiler fager den danske kyst, og breder favnen og solklar bølge, og sommerskyer og skib med lyst, står sundet ind i hinandens følge, og Kronborg luder ved Sjællands port, mod hvide skuder, hvor lyst var stort. Mod søen stunde for sjæl til fod, men bølgen brød mig en røst derude, som vindens rislen i Danmarks korn, der vendte morgen på ny sin skude. Den grønne ejer på Sjællands bryst, og smiler fager den danske kyst. Den danske mark i en bølgen gå, som åndedræt fra en venlig kvinde. Sødt gynger blikken sit silkehår, og ruen under med sol i sinde, og vinden iler til vedens bryst, og fager smiler den danske kyst. Der driver høduft med krydret vind, igennem hængerne en årsejs slynge, og lærken ring skal sommer ind, mens vilde blomster ved grøften gynger. Gravhøje kroner det grønne land, hvor skønt fortoner sig sø og strand. Alvorligt taler ved alfarvej, med grønt svært tækker de gamle skrave. Henfarne slægter, forglem dem ej, i af de gav dig en ædel gave. Henfarne slægter i landets marv, så jeg fornægter bevar dig arv. Ad hånden former af håndens spor, med flint har ålbunden tømret skal du fatte dit væsens råd. Skøn på de skatte, de efterlod. Men du der søgte mod fremmed strand, det gamle ligesom mod søen stunde. Hver gang du genser det gamle land,